welcome to the Glass City Grind. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Lisa.
Welcome, welcome. And we're in red and we are hot to try.
Yes.
Is that what we are?
Yeah, we're hot to try. We're coming off of Valentine's Day in our red.
I loved it. Your shirt says ooh la la and you did all like
I
this.
was like, ooh la la.
Save that for the symphony
Remember,
when we talk to them
I
later.
told you that I had this on at a game this weekend,
Yes.
and an older gentleman goes, "What does your shirt say?" And I was like, ooh la la.
And was he scared?
No, but people were laughing. I thought it was funny. So.
Hey, let's real quick talk about that game this weekend. We're talking about the Walleye, who are doing great.
Yeah, they're back. They had a couple setbacks, but Sunday night we were at the game and it was 9-1.
I don't really care about the game. I want to talk about your daughter singing at the game, girl.
Yes. Okay.
I mean,
it
yay,
was a good
Walleye.
game. We do love them. Okay. Yes, my daughter got to sing "Oh Canada,"
Love it.
so she got that set up and got to go out, and it was a crowd of over 7,000 people, and she's 11.
Yes. Hi, Gabby.
So
Great
she
job,
did
sweetie.
She did a great job. You can find it on my Facebook if you're my friend. So.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, we're still coming off of our Valentine's week. For whatever reason, we've extended it from Valentine's Day, Valentine's weekend, because really it was the weekend before Valentine's Day. We kind of started it,
Yeah.
and then it's Valentine's week because it's just still going.
I stretch out all the holidays, so I'm good at this. So
Yes.
So we are still celebrating.
So love is still in the air over here
It
at Glass
is.
City Grind.
And we are celebrating a great show today as well.
Yes, we are.
We have the Toledo Symphony coming on.
Yes, Zach Vassar will be here with us.
I'm excited about that, to learn more about them. We have
We may have a surprise
Yep.
musical guest.
Yep.
We'll save that for later.
we've got some stuff coming up. We are going to do a really fun chick chat.
Yes, we are, because you have things to talk about.
I have lots of things to talk. Always, it's like constant.
Right, and you never know what's going to go on here at the Grind, so
yeah.
stay tuned.
We've got a great show. We'll see you back after this break. Oh my God, Cheryl, have you seen our ad in the Toledo City paper?
Oh, girl, we're in the where?
Right here, look, there we are.
Oh my gosh, girl, we are in the paper. This is why I love the Toledo City paper.
I know, isn't this a great publication?
It is awesome because I can go. Not only do I see us in here, but there's other events that go on and other things like the rep is in here. The Stranahan puts stuff in here.
They always list great musicians and where they're performing.
Which, if you're looking for something to do,
Yep.
that's where you go.
There's so much information in the Toledo City paper. I love it.
Yes, you know what? And all you got to do, it's free. It comes out. All you got to do is pick it up wherever you see the Toledo City paper.
And read it. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I am joined right now by Zach Vassar from the Toledo Symphony.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we are so excited that you're here to tell us everything that's going on. I know we talked a little bit behind the scenes, and I really am someone who doesn't get out to the symphony as much as I would like to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes living here, we take this wonderful program for granted.
Well, thank you for saying that. I love to see the number of people who say they've never been to the Peristyle. And I love to hear the number of people who say they've never been to the symphony, because for all of these people, we can provide a really great first experience.
And there's so many different types of shows that you guys put on.
That's right. So we do 5 different series. We have what we consider our kind of bread and butter classical music. That's at the Peristyle. That's our classic series.
Okay.
We have a pop series that we do at the Stranahan. We just did one last weekend, in fact. We have a what we call the Mozart and Moores series, which we do out at Lourdes University. We have a chamber music series that we do at the Toledo Club, and then we have a family music series that we do at the Valentine. So we're all over the city. We do a concert basically once a week, twice a week sometimes, and it's a really great 40-week run of beautiful music.
And you told me a number. How many shows do you guys do a year?
If you add them all up, so we do a lot in the schools, we do a lot of private events, we do a lot of public events. It's about 200 performances over the course of the season,
That's
which is
amazing.
a lot. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you guys are so busy and hard at work.
We are.
And we definitely need to make, there's so many Toledoans like myself who just, you're busy, you don't take time to get out there. We were talking about how, it's Valentine's Day. Yes, that's a great time to go, but what about doing a date night throughout the year, the rest of the time?
It's a really great date night. So whether you're interested in classical music, like tonight we have a concert at Lourdes University, beautiful violin concerto featuring our associate concertmaster, Taya Prokes. In about a month, we'll be doing a concert with Pat Benatar at the Stranahan.
That's so fun.
So it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And whatever that date night means to you, it's a really great way to go grab a bite to eat beforehand, go see a show, maybe grab a nightcap, and make a night of it. It's
That's so
really
cool.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we were saying, downtown Toledo, there's so much to do.
Sure.
Stop and get a bite to eat, go
Right.
see a show,
Yeah.
what a fun, and even for the family series.
Right.
Take your kids down there. I think we're all, let's go to a game.
Right.
that's down there. We just don't think about these other things.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool cultural thing to be able to take your children to,
Sure.
or your significant other.
And it's a jewel. You know, this is our 73rd season. So we've been in Toledo for a really long time. But as much as Toledo is known as an arts city, we're very much part of that. Along with the museum, we're very much part of that. Along with the Arts Commission, we're very much part of that. So I really love that we can carry on this tradition for 74, 75, 100 years.
Oh, I hope so. I hope it continues.
Thank
And
you.
my goal is to definitely get to a show here soon.
I'll make that happen.
Yes, I definitely want to get there and check this out. So I know you guys put out your information for your upcoming, or the next season
Next
coming
season,
up.
right. So this season runs through June. A lot of great music to come. A lot of great musicians, conductors, soloists, Pat Benatar, as I mentioned. And then we'll begin our, what we call our 2017-18 season, because we kind of run like the school year semesters. That kicks off in the fall. So we've just announced that. We have a superstar soprano named Renee Fleming coming. We have Leslie Odom Jr. from Hamilton coming.
Which, that's amazing.
It's going to be a wonderful performance. We have the Indigo Girls coming.
Okay.
So all of that information is on our website, which is ToledoSymphony.com.
All right, well, you guys make sure that you check out that website, get the information, and more importantly, get to a performance. We will be back right after this break.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, me and Lisa both want to welcome you back. We're so excited.
I just was like, hey, awkward moment.
Not at all. Okay, we're here for Chick Chat.
Yes, we've got so much to talk about.
And Lisa has been, I've got to give you things because you are on, not really a rant, but you've got some things to say about the Grammys that were about a week or so ago that you have thoughts about. So let's start with the Queen. And that's not either one of us. We're talking about Beyonce.
This makes me so sad because I have to tell you, I'm a huge Beyonce fan, but her Grammy performance was just very confusing.
Okay, explain.
And I think I'm not the only one because it's been, all over social media and people are talking about it. Friends were talking about it.
Well, some of the things that people are saying is, was she trying to be like a Madonna, not like the Madonna, like Madonna the entertainer.
No, like Madonna, Jesus' mother.
Yes, or yes.
She was definitely giving off a very like holy religious
So
vibe.
a level above a queen now. She
Oh
is.
yeah, like she is like, I don't know if that's what she was trying to compare herself to, was the Virgin Mary. I'm just, honestly, it was just baffling. There's nothing I can say except for it was very confusing.
It was very, and so you agree with the critics.
I do agree with the critics, and I was sad because I knew she was pregnant and gonna look really cute, and I was like, oh, I want her to come out here and like rock that baby bump. And it was kind of more of a, she kept like caressing her stomach, and
Ooh.
it was just
a little odd.
different. It was different.
Okay,
Let's
what
just
about
leave it
Lady
at that.
Gaga's performance?
Okay, so since the Super Bowl, I am on like a Lady Gaga high. I mean, she was phenomenal at the Super Bowl. She had critics, they were mad before she even performed. They thought she was going to come out and do something over the top.
I thought she did excellent.
And
I was furious. We both were not happy that people were even saying anything about her little
body.
skin. It was skin. It was not
She literally had
fat.
like the tiniest little bit of stomach.
Moving when your
skin.
elastic is tight. And if anybody has any questions here with us, if you ever see anything bulging, that's because we just have tight things on. And then
100%.
Okay?
And for anybody that critiqued her body, this is what I have to say. Like, what do you think of me then? You know what I mean? That's what bothers me, because I had seen people who are my Facebook friends post these memes and stuff about her and her stomach, and I'm thinking, well, if you think that about Lady Gaga, what do you think about me? Because I am not even close to her size. I would kill to have that body. And I just feel like...
But don't they have more things to look at or worry about? Or what are they so concerned? And if you're that, as an adult, if you're being that critical, don't you wonder, what are you putting off to your kids?
Well, and what do you look like, or what is your image when you look in the mirror? Because you must think that you are a perfect 10 if you're critiquing Lady Gaga, who is in great shape, has a great body and looked beautiful.
And it takes a lot to be on stage in basically your undergarments, because I mean, it's not like they have on much clothes than that. I always think that about my daughter and her friends that dance.
Yes.
The confidence it takes to be on stage and perform and not covered up.
Yeah,
So,
and a little bit of a feminist rant here.
yes.
Any woman who would critique her or her body, what is that doing for womankind? Or what kind of, like you said, what kind of image is that giving off to our daughters?
Right, absolutely.
So we need
But
to
she
be
did.
aware.
But she did have a nice performance at the
Yeah,
Grammys.
but at
Let's get to the Grammys.
Yes, the Grammys. She did a great job. I'm not a Metallica fan, and she performed with Metallica, but for what she was supposed to do for that performance, she did a great job. She was into the heavy metal. She looked cute. I mean,
Right, and she kind of plays a part whenever she
does.
does do a
She
song. So I
definitely plays a
appreciate
part,
that with
yes.
her. Also, Bruno Mars, he was excellent. I mean, he's a great entertainer
Sizzle.
all the way around. Enjoy his music, and then was doing like Prince and
Oh, he was-
his whole tribute.
he performed twice, the Prince tribute, and then his own music,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just on fire. He was so good.
Yes. Well, let's talk about, this last week we were also talking about Valentine's Day. We kind of spilled it over into this week's episode. How much money do you think the average male spends on Valentine's Day?
I'm gonna say $50.
Oh my gosh, Lisa, Dewey has got you fooled, girl. It's like $500.
Real? Is it because they buy jewelry? Is
Well,
that
it's
why?
because if you think about flowers and chocolates, and then us females, you know how we are, we're like, well, what about dinner tonight?
Yeah.
And it's not the regular
You wanna
dinner.
go out to
We want to
eat.
go out to a steak dinner or seafood, or we need a bottle of wine. And yeah, so the average is $500. We're missing out, girl.
Seriously,
I need a guy like that.
I need to get hooked up with someone who's spending $500
Yes.
every Valentine's Day.
And real quick, while we're talking about Valentine's Day, have you seen the cover of the city paper right here?
Well, what I want to know,
Yes.
okay, this says like to lead the area's cutest couples. I don't see Lisa and Dewey,
No,
and I don't see Cheryl and her mister.
no.
So we're a little bummed
People
about
do
this.
think Mr. is fictional because there's really no there's no pictures really of me and Mr. And
Yes.
is there a Mr. around? I don't
No,
know.
he is. He's real, and he should be on the cover. So, okay, we got one more thing we got to do.
Yes.
We have a very important birthday.
Yes,
This
we do.
weekend.
I do want to say happy birthday to Haley Michael. That is my daughter. My baby is 14 this weekend. Oh my
can't believe
gosh.
that.
I will start crying, you guys. We're going to have to cut
Haley,
to
we
commercial.
hope you have the best birthday ever. We all love you here at
Hayes.
Glass City Grind.
Yes. So happy birthday. We'll go to commercial, and I
All right.
may need a cocktail on that.
We will be back after this break.
Can you believe it?
can't believe she's gonna be
Oh my God,
14.
14.
If you're craving authentic, traditionally made pizza with quality ingredients like Italian-style dough, our rich in-house sauce, and a special blend of 3 artisan-style cheeses, then Eat at Oasis Pizza and Grill is the place to go. Our pizza and other great menu items are made fresh when you order. With multiple locations to serve you, it's easy to stop in and grab a bite or just call for delivery. Remember, Eat at Oasis Pizza and Grill brings the restaurant to you.
Hey, welcome to the Glass City Grind. You know, it's me, Cheryl, and I'm sitting here with my good friend, you know him, you love him, Derek Gant. How are you today?
I'm awesome today. How are you?
Good. I'm trying to be very official sitting here because we're going to talk to you today about smart money, finances, because this is just another one of the things that you do because
Of
you're
course.
such an entrepreneur.
Well, it's the main thing that I do. Helping people with their money
Yes.
is key and
Can you
essential.
give me some money?
Of course.
Okay, that's what we want to do.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Ratings are going to go through the roof and
Yes.
more money.
Did you hear that?
advertisers coming.
More ratings, more advertisers. Yes.
Absolutely. But you know what? Honestly, this is the time to talk about money because it is the first of the year.
Yes.
Right? Everybody's slate's wiped clean.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
yes.
Well, almost clean from
Yes,
Christmas.
yes.
Right? And you get to start over.
Right. You know what's interesting, and I know we've talked off camera before, and we did have you on previous, but it's been a long time to talk about finances.
Right.
Is for someone like, let's say me, that's a single parent, and at times you're still struggling to get through maybe the previous month, or you're just catching up.
Right.
You almost feel overwhelmed, even though it's the first of the year, and you're excited to get it started, and you
Yeah.
want to save. We're a little overwhelmed. Like, where do we even begin? But
Well,
we have to.
You know what? The thing that people don't realize is that it's almost like food or anything else. When you don't really track it, it kind of gets out of hand. So the first thing that people should do is stop the bleeding.
Yes.
Right? So only buy things that are absolutely necessary until you feel like you got caught up. I mean, that's one of the biggest things you can do right out of the gate.
Okay, like the iPhone 7 Plus for my daughter.
No.
That wasn't it.
No.
Oh wait, no, because I do have to tell you guys that we have talked years ago about what I need to do, and you're like, okay, wait a minute, cut the cable, cut all the cell phones,
Necessity.
and I was like, what?
Right. But if you really feel like you're struggling and you're hurting, you have to go to necessities.
Right.
And you have to say, is cable bringing in any money into the house?
Right.
You know, Wi-Fi might.
Yes.
You know, if you're doing some work, but
Right.
you know, cable. So you can really reduce. I'll be honest with you. I cut my cable off about 2 years ago, and I only turned it on when my mother came to visit, and she was home all day.
Right.
With nothing to do. But other than that, I turn it off, and I have Wi-Fi. If I want to watch something, I do what everybody else does: Hulu, Netflix, or
Right.
something like that. And but most of my time and energy is figuring out how to create more revenue.
Right. Okay, so the first thing you're telling us is stop the bleeding.
Stop the bleeding.
So we're going into just necessities.
Exactly.
Now, what about the savings plan? Because really, like even for like the holiday, if you celebrate holiday at the end of the year, an exchanging of gifts, how can we start now for saving for that? So, I always wonder, how do we
You know-
come up with the extra money just for gifts?
This is what I would suggest. So the first thing is that in order to know what you can save, you have to do a budget. You have to do a budget. Yeah, I know it's a dirty word.
I can't even spell that.
But listen, let me tell you something. You know what? The only people who don't do budgets are people who don't have any money, right?
Wow.
Wealthy people always know where their money is. Now, they may not sit there and go, I'm going to create this exact budget, but they know where all their spending is going.
Wow.
And they know what their income is. It's the poor people, the people that are struggling, that say, I don't want to look at it.
Yes.
So stop lying to yourself and
Yes.
look at it.
Right.
But that's the first step. So when you do your budget, you can then figure out, hey, do I have $200 a paycheck to save, or $100 a paycheck to save, or even $50 to save?
Right.
Because it's not the 50, the 100, the 200. It's the habit of consistently saving over a period of time that's going to get you where you need to be.
Because we talked, and you have given tips before. If you have it to give, doing like maybe $54 or $52 the first week
Right.
into something, 51 the next week, and you kind of work backwards, saving, or whatever you can do. You're saying save.
Well, and it works, but the thing that I don't want people to get caught up on, because yesterday someone said, I was on Pinterest and it said, hey, you should save this much the first week and this much the second week and this much. Well, people don't get paid every week.
Right.
Right? Not unless you work at a factory or some other type of job where you get paid every week. That works great
Yes.
if you get paid every week. If you get paid every 2 weeks, you're just lying to yourself, right?
Right, right.
So you need to figure out, working backwards like we talked about before, if you get 26 pay periods, do your budget, figure out how much per pay period you can really afford to save, put it in a separate account. An account with no debit card, no checkbook, no quick access, right? Something
Right.
that's hard to get to.
Right. And we're going to take a real quick break. We're going to come back. You're going to give us like a couple more tips and how we can get a hold of you. I know you do stuff for business consulting. I know you do personal people. I know that you've done other things. I tease
Right.
that I still can't pull it together. I fight you tooth and nail, but I know that you can really make a difference in someone's life. So make sure
Absolutely.
we can get access.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
We'll be right back after this. Hey, thanks for sticking with us. We're back here with Derek Gant with our Smart Money. If you don't recognize him, you should. You filled in and guest co-host
I
for me
did.
before, and we were so
I was
happy.
Michael Strahan for
Oh my
a
God!
day.
And you know I loved it. I loved it. Except you didn't take me out to lunch or anything after. Probably because you were like, "Hey, I'm
I
not
didn't-
spending the money."
I didn't know that was what Michael was supposed to do.
Of course. Come on now. Well, real quick, give us a couple more tips that we can
Okay.
start with this beginning of the year. New you, new money, new everything.
Absolutely.
Help us.
So, we were talking about, stopping the bleeding. The next thing to do to help stop the bleeding is don't create any new debt. I mean, don't add anything new. You were joking about the iPhone 7
Yes.
Plus for your daughter, but don't add any new debt unless it is absolutely unequivocally mandatory. And most of the time, that only means getting a car to get you back and forth to work.
To make money.
To make money, exactly.
Okay.
So no new debt
Okay.
is very important. The next tip, and the last tip that I'll give you really quick, is that if you just think about saving half, 50% of any increase, okay, any tax refund, any raise, okay,
Bonus.
and you get extra pay periods a year. So save half of any of that. At the end of the year, promise you, you'll have over $2,500.
Oh my gosh, and that would be a nice vacation or a bonus, or you pay
No,
yourself.
we're not going to spend it, Cheryl.
Oh, sorry.
It's savings.
You said I have money I wanted to spend.
No, we're saving it.
Well, you know what? I think if we start with those tips, we're off to a great new year, a great new,
An awesome year.
better with our money.
Absolutely.
We will definitely be talking to you more throughout the year so we can like check up on us and what we can do.
I promise I will.
Yes. So can you real quick, let's let everybody know how they can contact you if they need any advice, help, personally or corporately.
You can reach me at smartmoney.life. I know that's a weird, but it's our website, smartmoney.life. You can email us. You can email me directly at derekgant@gmail.com. I'm sure we'll post
We'll post all that, yeah.
And I'll be happy to help you, or somebody from my team will be happy to help you.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
All right. We'll be back after this.
One, two, three. We call the gig due to rain. You don't get paid, but it's all the same. I didn't see the sunshine coming anyway. Feeling no pain, out of control like a brick to the head. You're feeding a hole, God knows the devil's gone with his rounds. It is the early morning, still last night, doing puzzles in your head, radio light, searching in the ether, turn down the lights. And it's a beautiful light. You're still in my mind. When it's lovely out, seeing no color, you're wishing you were someone else than another. Being yourself's the hardest role to play. Tied out to the deep blue sea and wait for the siren to rescue me. You rescue me. It is the early morning, still last night, doing puzzles in your head by the radio light. You're searching in the ether, lines I should write. And it's a beautiful life. You're still in my mind. Morning, still last night, solving puzzles in your head, the radio light. You're searching in the ether, turn down the lights, and it's a beautiful light. You're still in my mind. Oh, it's a beautiful life, love. We're still in my minds. And it's a beautiful life. And it's a beautiful life. Ooh.
great show we had today.
Yes, we had so much fun.
We always have fun. We're silly. Thank you for joining us, watching us really just be silly.
Yeah, and we want to remind you to see more of our silliness online. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, check out our website at theglasscitygrind.com.
That's right. Enjoy your families. Have a great weekend. Spread love, not hate.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Haley.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that's almost ooh la la-ish.
Oh yeah, it's like my ooh la la. Happy birthday. That's the Marilyn Monroe version. I got the chocolate.